Hey guys, Saki here from Saki Tech. As you probably heard, the OnePlus 2 has been announced. The official specs have been fully revealed. It has gotten itself a price and a release date. So in this video, let us outline all that information in a quick, swift video. Let's start off with the specs. So as for the processor, we have a Snapdragon 810 processor clocked at 1.8 GHz with a Adreno 430 GPU for graphics. We have a very beefy 4 GB of RAM, only if you go with the 64 GB internal storage option. Now, if you go with the 16 GB internal storage option, you only get 3 gigs of RAM. So you get 4 gigs version and 3 gigs version. 4 gigs comes with 64 GB of internal storage, and the 3 GB of RAM comes with 16 GB internal storage. We have a 5.5-inch display with a resolution of 1080p, not Quad HD, it's 1080p, and this comes out to be 401 pixels per inches, which is quite sharp enough. We have a 13 megapixel rear-facing camera. The aperture on this camera is f2.0. For those of you guys that care, we do get 4K video recording. We have 120 frames per second slow motion video capacity with the rear camera. And we have a front-facing 5 megapixel camera, and we have a battery that is non-removable. It's 3,300 milliamp hours. Of course, we have the USB-C charging port, which they've been talking about for a while, and we have a fingerprint sensor as a novelty feature, which is great, no problem with that. And it will be running, this phone, the OnePlus 2, will be running on Oxygen OS. Now, you do get 5 different swappable back covers. So what's the price and what's the release date? The OnePlus 2, it's going to be available in US in August 11th, and also Europe, by the way. So in Europe and US, you're going to get this phone August the 11th. You can only get this phone through an invite-only system. Check their website for details. I will drop a link below. And the 64 gigabyte version with 4 gigs of RAM is going to be $389. And the 16 gigabytes storage option phone with 3 gigabytes of RAM is going to be $329. Now that's a fantastic price for a phone with such impressive specs, except perhaps the 1080p display, which will disappoint some people, and which I want you guys to tell me what you think about. Drop your comments below. And also, here are a few missing features that some people thought was going to be on the OnePlus 2. It's the wireless charging, so we have none of that, and we do not have an SD card slot. So you either get the 16 gig storage option or the 64 gig storage option with the corresponding amount of RAM. So guys, drop your comments, opinions, grievances below, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Saki out.